A very good afternoon to you from the sports desk. Let's start here. Mamelodi Sundowns Ladies showed dominance in their journey to the 2023 CAF Women's Champions League Cosafa qualifiers final, where they face double action ladies tomorrow. Sundowns are undefeated heading into the final and only conceded in their 3-1 come-from-behind victory against Green Buffaloes yesterday. We're joined by Coach Jerry Tshabalala to look ahead to the much-anticipated grand finale. Coach Jerry, good afternoon and thank you so much for joining us.
Good afternoon, Kwena, and good afternoon to your viewers at home.
Thank you. Coach, let's just take a look back at where you started with the competition. I mean, how would you sum it up? A very emphatic start, scoring a lot of goals, and as I just said now, only conceding in all these matches, conceding 1 goal. How would you sum up the performance of the team so far?
Look, it's exciting, Kwena, to see the team rattling the net the way we've been doing, you know. And when we came to this tournament, we're not that sharp in front of the goals. But, you know, I think the team picked up at the right time. We've managed to score about 16 goals in our group stages. So it really shows what we've been doing at training. We've been doing something very great. And to look in the group, to top our group, it was more of a bonus for us, you know, so that we can play the team that came second from the other group. And we did manage to beat them, and we went through to the finals. So basically we are quite happy with what we have achieved so far.
Let's talk about that match yesterday. It was a completely different one where Green Buffaloes, a team that you know very well, you played against them. In fact, the last time you played in the same competition, they beat Mamelodi Sundowns Ladies on penalties. What was it like to concede early, and what did it take to come back and win convincingly?
Look, it's always a tough one when we play Green Buffaloes, you know. A very, very good side, tactically, you know. But yesterday, you know, I spoke to the girls and I said, we need this more than before. And it was nerve-wracking. Immediately we considered in the first 10 minutes of the game, you know, and it unsettled us a little bit. But credit must go to the girls. You know, they showed character, they come back strongly, and we went to half-time with the score being 1-0. And when we came back from second half, I told the guys we needed to be very calmer because I think we were rushing too much, you know. So, and when we came back like house on fire, and we managed to get 2 goals, which it really helped us as a team.
What would you say? I mean, we've seen some outstanding performances like from Mo Morifi amongst others, Andiso amongst others, who really have been quite brilliant so far in the tournament. What would you say has been the key just to getting it right so far in the tournament?
Look, I think, you know, it should go back to them being so disciplined. Consistency is key. When you look at players like your training Morifi, she's been consistent for the past 3 seasons that she's been with the team, you know. And that for her, it becomes as a confident booster. The likes of Newzroom Afrika, when you remember, she was once a top goal scorer. And when she starts believing in herself, I think that she can still come back and score goals. It also boosts their confidence. I think all these attributes, they go back to the hard work that we've put in training and the discipline that the girls are showing in training.
Obviously, the big challenge here is to go into the final tomorrow and win it and qualify for the CAF competition. I mean, what is the mood like going into that? Because things have changed. The last time around, it was the top 2 teams that would go through. Now, it's only one that goes through.
Yeah, it's quite difficult. It takes us back to 2021 when we first started, you know. But you can tell that the mood in camp, the girls, they wanted the most. We know how it feels to be in a Champions League. So, you know, and I like the fact that complacency is not there. The girls are not showing any complacency. We're fighting together as a team. As much as we've been doing so many changes into the team, anyone who gets the chance to play, she wants to show that, coach, we all want to go to Champions League. And in that way, it has helped us as a team because the manner in which the format of the competition it is, you play today, you rest tomorrow, you play the following day. So it's a bit tough, but, you know, I like the mental strength from the girls to show that they want to win it at all costs.
You playing against double action tomorrow. You obviously have had a chance to watch them. And what can you say about the opposition? And, you know, without giving out too much, what would your approach be for that final tomorrow?
Yeah, look, when we playing against a very tricky side in double action, one of the sides that can play, they like to play from the back. They don't rush. They're not like other teams that would want to catch you on a counter. They're a ball-playing team. Possibly they would want to play lots of combination. They rely more on the creativity of Jerry Tshabalala in the middle and the top striker up front on Kameti, you know. So for us, I guess it will be a question of us denying them that position, you know, so that they don't get to play with on Kameti and Jerry Tshabalala.
You know, we've come from the FIFA Women's World Cup, a very successful one, where we also saw Banyana doing quite well in that competition, making history. Would you say that also served as a motivation for these girls to look at that and say, we could end up in those positions also, but also the growth of women's football, as it were?
Look, not only for players, I think the World Cup has played a huge role. If you could see the number of girls who are now participating in women's football, the number it has grown. It shows that even the younger ones now, they're starting to have interest in women's football, and it's not only because of the teams like Mamelodi Sundowns, but the impact that the World Cup has. You know, so basically the World Cup it has played a huge role.
You've obviously, as you're focusing on this Cosafa CAF qualifiers, taken a break from the league. The competition has really grown in leaps and bounds in that league. I mean, where we know that Mamelodi Sundowns used to dominate. How would you rate the league so far as it improves year by year?
You know, I'm happy because when this league started, we started together, and I'm glad you're talking about something that you know quite well. The league, it has grown leaps and bounds. If you could remember the first edition, we won it without losing a game. The second one, we won it with a draw. So basically, this year we already got a draw and a loss. It tells you that the league, it has grown, and it's going to keep on growing more, you know. If teams like Sundowns, they always set up the standard because it motivates the other teams to say, look, we don't want to be dominated by one team in the league. We also want to be one of those teams that gets to win the league. I like how Royal AM they've been doing, and the consistency from the team like UWC. It says a lot.
All right, Coach Jerry, we're going to have to leave it there, but thank you so much for taking time to speak to us. That's Coach Jerry Tshabalala from Mamelodi Sundowns Ladies. They are in the finals tomorrow, playing against a very tough opponent in double action.